Before I say hello to the people here in the live, I can see there's a few people already talking to us there. I do also want to go into a little bit of the abuse that has been coming Simon's way. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this. I might have to make it a little bit bigger. Simon came up in Twitter and said, Twitter hasn't exactly been Disneyland for me this week, but geez, this put a smile on my face this morning. Appreciate a bit of positivity. And then just shared a tweet of Philly, Chili Philly from his first season that sort of mentioned that he was one of the first people to reach out to him after the show. So clearly Simon having a very tough go at it so far this season, Mucky. Warranted or unwarranted at this stage?
Look, it's really hard because social media in general is a platform where people can hide behind and just say whatever they want, and it's hard because especially Simon, he's going toe to toe against one of the biggest fan favorites since Luke, in my personal opinion, and George. So I definitely think there's some diehard fans out there who really just don't care and they'll say whatever they want to Simon. I don't think it's okay, I actually even reached out to Simon going, mate, I probably know you're probably going to be getting some flack at the moment, but just want to say
sorry for my co-host Chris ripping into you every top 5 take. I've got
all over him. Yeah, I know. Chris sucks, but I'm really here for you. So
yeah, he's going to be Team Mucky for life now. You chose him as well in your team, so you don't have a choice. You have to back him.
Exactly. See, Mucky's loyal. Mucky's about mateship. He picked him at the start. He's backing him all the way.
Exactly.
Sam would have loved Mucky out there. He would have had Mucky in his Mitre Boy Alliance.
Exactly. The good old mince and cheese pie right here.
Yeah,
it's really quite bad the amount of abuse Australian Survivor players get. I think it's the only franchise of Survivor that
to this level, I would agree.
Or just the greatest abuse. It's really horrible.
I'll never forget the abuse Sam got last season. It nearly broke me from covering that season. I just couldn't understand why people took that move that personally that she did that season. But Simon, exactly. I don't know if you still listen to this channel or not, because maybe he's a bit peed off with some of the things. I don't think I've been too hard on him. I've been criticizing his game, not the person behind it. I will say this, and Anthony here, welcome to the live, says, oh hey, I'm on the screen as well. Anthony commented saying, when I was studying back in Brisbane, I briefly worked with a nurse who did a bodybuilding comp with you. She only had great things to say about you. Forever stand of you, King. Now, I think the thing here is I wanted to point out as well, Simon has reached out to me twice. Didn't have to. Always been very friendly to me. He's a great supporter of fans and things like that. So, Simon, if you do ever hear this, I hope you understand that when I'm criticizing or commenting, it is just based on the game that we've seen. And obviously, we don't know everything. We're not out there. We can't see everything. But I mean, we wouldn't have a show if we didn't kind of criticize the moves we did see. So we do need to go into that. So it's nothing personal. And having that out of the way, we can now freely rip into Simon for the rest of this podcast.
Yeah. Look, from all accounts, everything I've heard is that he is an absolute top bloke in real life. Anyone that's been on the cast with him in his first season, they swear by him being a really nice, genuine dude. I think the edit is having a lot of fun with him this season, making him maybe look worse than he is, and also making him look like stupid sometimes. It's just funny the way they're doing it. I don't necessarily know if it's him, but yeah, I'm the same as you. By all accounts, top bloke. I can call out his gameplay though, and what it looks like to us as the home viewer as well. I do think that some fans out there forget that there's people, and at the end of this, they're not just characters, written for scripts on TV, that they're genuine, actual people. That's why I mostly stay, I don't go on Twitter much at all, and I kind of avoid. I see what comes through on Facebook and a bit of Reddit and stuff like that, but Twitter's the scary part, I think. Twitter's the muck pit.
Sorry, listen, I'm out there. I'm out there in the trenches for you guys. I'm doing it for you guys. That's why I'm in the Twitter world, because exactly. I know Mucky's not too active there either. But listen,
Chris is my only follower on Twitter.
Mucky, do you want more followers for Twitter? Do we need to start? I feel like we need to start putting out your Twitter so people can start adding Twitter, you for. Please go start adding Mucky for his horrible picks this season when he did his fantasy team. Now, listen, it's not as bad. I think you get kind of what you give, and sometimes you just got to ignore the bad. You get the good and the bad on there. But